Man, I want so badly to like this thing, given that it seems to be my mission in life to embrace the weird. But this Honda isn't even all that weird. Not when you compare it to blue sky shots like the old Pacific Coast, which has achieved cult status, or the outlandish Rune, or even the Fury Chopper, which is a thing I never thought I'd see Honda build. Then again, it's pretty out there. No bike I've ridden before lights up the wild-eyed street people of the OC quite like this one. The NM4 is pure stealth fighter / Batman meets Captain Nemo, but it's not a radical departure from the DN01 flop, and it's not too stylistically removed from the hugely popular in Japan anyway Helix scooter. What it does have going for it that neither of those do is the excellent engine and dual-clutch transmission from one of my current favorite motorcycles, Honda Sensei 700X, and the not-so-favorite CDX 700. The thrusty, _670 cc parallel twin lies low and forward, canting its cylinders at a 62-degree angle in the steel tube frame, making for a low motorcycle and a long one, with a wheelbase of 64.7 inches. Read, middleweight multi-tool shootout, 2012 Honda NC700X vs Kawasaki vs Plus video 2015 Honda NM4 profile left. The NM4's long wheelbase is about 4 inches more than its Sensei and CDX stablemates, which helps the seat be just 25.6 inches from the deck. Low but not slow. In fact, it's all about long and low. The seat's low enough to make you feel like Batman riding a recumbent bicycle, even a couple inches lower than the CDX 700S, but the NM4's floorboards don't make your legs have to stretch so far forward as the CTX's. Another nice touch is a passenger seat that flips up to serve as a 3-position ratcheting adjustable backrest, a really nice thing to have when you ratchet up the speed on a recumbent bike like this one. For a thing that generally feels like an overgrown scooter around town, the NM is also quite happy to go as fast as you dare. There potters reasonably cleanly over the Adam's apple height windscreen, depending on wind direction and speed, and the front machine gun mounts / mirror pods direct air around your hands. Along with the standard heated grips, the NM4 might not be a bad bike to find yourself upon in cold weather. When it's hot, though, which it was when we had the bike, the bodywork also is good work keeping engine heat at bay. 2015 Honda NM4 Action Rear. The passenger seat / backrest is a nice touch. The passenger backrest / rack is optional equipment. LED lighting adds to your Batman's yard. Drive chain oiling fetishists may have difficulty with the NM4. Some motorcyclists have a hard time adjusting to the low revving nature of Honda's 670 twin. The auto-clutch gearbox basically eliminates their problem of being unable to not bang into the rev limiter. Leave it in D drive and the NM pussyfoots quietly about. Thumb it into S Sport and give the throttle a big twist, and the gearbox shifts at higher RPM, downshifts more aggressively, and has the bike taking on a whole new personality. Like the other two Honda DCD 670s, you can also use your right index finger to toggle from up to empty manual trans and use the plus M paddle on the left grip to take full control of shift points. Blasting off from a green light in sport mode, the NM leaves all cars in the dust and feels like it would be the ultimate consistent bracket racer, making clean, precise shifts at around 6,000 RPM every time. In this engine, 44 horses feels like more because of all the toward the twin produces down low. We didn't get the NM to the dyno, but it should be very close to the CDX 700 and tested in our Millennial Hellcat shootout last month. Its torque curve isn't much of a curve, topping 40 feet-pounds by 3,300 RPM before peaking at 4,900 RPM at 41 feet-pounds. If you were Batman, it would be no problem to fire all sorts of weapons accurately with your left hand, so smooth are the DCD shifts. Alternatively, the space between the handlebar risers cries out for a nice thermal coffee cup / IPO mount. Time back commuter, stealthy fast. The NM4 isn't let down by its chassis. 43mm fork tubes 2mm bigger than NC or CTX raked out at 33 degrees keep the steering super stable at freeway speeds, but also light steering in slow going. 85 mph freeway overpasses that have bikes like the Goodsy V7 Stone feeling a bit weavy / sketchy are completely snubbed down on the NM4, which smothers bumps well and is not your father's Batmobile. A right thumb jab is all you need to switch from D to S to dial up more mid-corner speed. and you'll be carrying seriously sporty velocity before the feelers on the floorboards and the outer edges of your shoes touch down. No flip-flops if you're going for the gusto. Not elbow-dragging cornering clearance, but not at all bad. An 18-inch front radial and a 250/17 rear combine custom looks with a modern ride and traction. 3.9 inches of well-damped travel at both ends. Get on with the job at hand without complaint and no bottoming with my 155-pound body. 2015 Honda NM4 Action Left Twin Engine Counterbalancer. Rubber-mounted footboards. Well-dialed suspension. It's all smooth, buzz-free sailing aboard the NM. Brakes are likewise unimpressive on the spec sheet, but quite capable on the road. The 320mm front disc isn't terribly powerful, but combined with the 240mm rear, the NM4 can be made to scrub speed really quickly. Both ends get ABS but are not linked. The raked out front, long wheelbase and lowness of the thing all aid quick diesel when it's called for. Is that all there is? I suppose my big disappointment with the NM4 is that from the moment I laid eyes on it, I assumed it was going to have serious storage capacity. Alas, opening what appear to be good-sized saddlebags rewards you with sleeve-down pockets that'll fit about one mini watermelon. Not even Victoria's Secret makes padded brassieres as visually misleading as the NM4's bags. 2015 Honda NM4 storage melon weight. Maybe the front compartments are where your stuff goes. Wrong again. The right front, to its credit, will swallow one bottle of wine, cork down, but that's about it. 2015 Honda NM4 storage wine bottle, and the left one has a 12V outlet, which is good, because your cell phone is about the only thing that will fit in it. Tiny. Honda wants to spin it as a little storage capacity is better than none, and while that's true, the whole thing leaves me with a bit of a crying game ending. I feel misled. Batman needs to carry some stuff. The NM4 offers no more capacity than the utility belt. Maybe I expect too much. Speaking of small capacity, Honda specs say the fuel tank holds 3 gallons, but you're down to one blinking bar on the LCD gauge at 110 miles. In mixed use, we observed 55 miles per gallon, which should result in 165-mile range, but I was never brave enough to push past 130 or so with the gauge insisting we're out of gas. Why not fill the hollow space around the saddlebags with 100 gallons of fuel? Sarcasm. Update. September 16, 14-hour test NM4 is equipped with optional equipment, high wind screen, $199.95, rear backrest with rear carrier, $449.95, heated grips with attachment kit, $139.95.